Okay, so now we're going to talk about the quotient rule of exponents. So say you have some base a to some exponent m over the same base, but to a different exponent. That's going to equal a to the m minus n. So when you're dividing and the bases are the same, you subtract the exponents. And by the way, a cannot equal 0. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Remember, subtraction is not commutative, so it makes a difference what order you put it in. So let's say you have b to the 7th over b to the 3rd. Well, you could think about that as b. Man, I picked an even bigger number. 7 b's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 in the denominator. But from our rules of multiplication, we know that 1 b in the numerator and 1b in the denominator, that's just 1. So there's another one. A lot of times we just cancel them out, right? And then there's another one. So all of those are just 1. So what do I have left? B to the 4th. Okay, so that's why it works. And the rule is when you're dividing and the bases are the same, you subtract the exponents. All right, so here's some examples to try. Divide each expression using the quotient rule. So I want to talk a little bit about this first one. What is the base there? Well, the base is -2. So it's important that we recognize what the base is. We know it's a base of -2 because of these parentheses, okay? So they're talking about -2 times -2 times -7 of those in the numerator, and then -2, 4 of them in the denominator. But we're going to use the rule. The bases are the same. So we're just going to say, oh, I need to subtract the exponents. Now, we have to keep the base. My teacher used to always say, keep the base. All right. And then it's 7 minus 4, or -2 cubed. Now, they're going to want you to multiply that out because it's a fairly small number. So you want to think either -2 times -2 times -2, which is going to be -8. Or you can think, well, 2 cubed is 8, but I have an odd number of factors, so I'm going to make it negative because, a negative times a negative times a negative is going to be negative, okay? Very important, though, that we know that the answer is negative there. Okay, so now our next problem, a little more complicated here. We've got these different bases. Now, these coefficients, those are real numbers. It's like saying, what's 30 divided by 5? They're not exponents. Okay, so I'll have to figure out what 30 divided by 5 is, but that's an easy one. Okay, but then the next one, here I have 2 bases of x. So I can say, well, it's x to the 12 minus 3, because the bases are the same there. And then I can look at the last part and say a similar thing. It's going to be y to the 9 minus 7. Okay, so I do my simplifying. 5 goes into 36 times. X to the 12 minus 3 is 9, and then y to the 2nd. And I'm done. Okay, they're pretty fun.